What's up, guys? Your King Life. It's Valentine, EX Turk, and we're now with another Final Fantasy 15 theory. Well, 15. Well, Final Fantasy theory, but 15 again, because now we're going to be discussing the Nifelhime Empire, the bad guys. Now, I just came out of the gym. That's why I look a mess right now. And if you're wondering, my hair's in a ponytail. It's not a man bun. So before we flip out and say I've lost my balls and have estrogen, that's not the case. I just put my hair in a ponytail every time I work out because I kind of want to grow my hair out and have big muscles. But that's beyond the point. That's why I look the way I do, and I'm sorry. I apologize. You can also get this exclusive workout tank top from Society6.com. So go ahead and hook yourselves up by going to Society6clothing.com. Type in Vincent Valentine. They have this print on workout t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, and rugs, etc. I'll even put the title right on the video. But anyways, we're going to go into the Nifelhime Empire. We're going to go into the bad guys this time. And this fan theory is, does the Nifelhime Empire have family outside the Empire? And when we're going to talk about the Nifelhime Empire, we're going to be talking about official members of the Nifelhime Empire. So yes, Ravus does count, because villain Ravus, because there's a difference, I'm going to put it this way, there's a difference between two versions of Ravus. Hero Ravus is the one you see in chapter 13 when he tries to face off against Idolus, figuring out all his actions were bad and not just only because the person to be responsible for his mother's death would be Idolus, who told Glocka to carry out that order. But nonetheless, that's another story, another time, when I start to make that video. But yes, villain Ravus does count, so we're gonna call him villain Ravus. So he's in there. So let's talk about it'd be all the higher ups. All the soldiers don't really matter because they're Magitech anyways. I don't think Magitech can actually create families unless they're like the higher ups who's both human and Magitech, just like, like Idolus Outer Cap, that's both human and Magitech demon. So yeah, we're gonna be starting with Aranea Highwing, the very first she's the very first Nifelhime Empire member, higher up. Well, she's actually a bounty hunter. And yes, I know, Final Fantasy does copy Star Wars in some aspects, because the bad guys always had to have a bounty hunter. But we'll talk about the bounty hunter Aranea Highwing. Corridor Aranea Highwing, according to what Arden says. Now, does she have family? We don't know exactly. There's not much to know about her past, except that she used to be a huge demon hunter that was feared around the whole world of Eos, the most feared woman around Eos, because not only that, her dragoon ability to fly in the air the way she does attracted the Nifelhime Empire. And Aranea is a woman who needs money to survive. She's trying to get money to survive because she grew up as an orphan, so money is a big deal to her. But, so I don't really think love or romance is anything that's going to be a possibility for her. But they have to say that she could not hook up with Ignis, because they always show hints in the game of her and Ignis end up trying to hook up together. Just like Prompto still tries to hook up with Cindy. Which I kind of hope that Prompto does get Cindy after everything that happens to him. But that's not the point. The point I'm trying to say is that, and later when, Aranea Highwind joins up with the good guys, then there's a possible chance for a relationship. But I don't think she had any relations, so because she didn't have any relations, we could concur and say that, we can concur and say that she didn't have any kids, or her parents are probably no longer alive since she's 30 years old. And it's confirmed by Square Enix and the strategy guide. Go pick up the Final Fantasy 15 strategy guide. It puts more detail on all these characters than the game ever could. So, let's take out Aranea Highwing. She did not have no kids or family, pre-Nifelhime Empire era. So we'll go to the next person. The next person is Versteel. The next higher up, Versteel. I mean, this is not really an order. Yes, he does have family outside the Nifelhime Empire. His son Prompto, which we'll be seeing in episode Prompto, hopefully. Hopefully, episode Prompto puts that backstory in there. But yes, let's see, Professor Versteal, the man who made the Magitech and the Nifelhime Empire, his son is Prompto Argentum. Notice how some of their names are not only similar, but the strategy guide and Square Enix confirms that Versteal is the father of Prompto. Oh, we need to have Mori in this one to go up to Versteal and say, "You are the father!" But no. Beside all jokes aside, though, yes, he does. Which there's not very much to know about the relationship between there's not much to know about the relationship between Versteal and Prompto, except for the fact that Prompto ends up hating his father. Considering that one scene we see in episode when Prompto pulls the pistol out and has a tear because he really wants to keep his, innocence and be a good person like he still is. Like, you may make fun of Prompto, but I think Prompto's a wonderful character because not only he's realistic, but I like that he wants to keep, he still wants to keep being who he is. He doesn't want to change into a monster. He doesn't want to change, but he has no choice because Versteal really did some messed up things, which we're going to see episode Prompto. I'm not going to try to spoil it. Of course, this is only a fan theory only. So, the next member would be my favorite member of the Nifelhime Empire, Ravis Nox Fleury, which is very obvious. And this is villain Ravis we're talking about. Because remember, Ravis turns his back on the Nifelhime Empire on the Chapter 13, what's it called? The Chapter 13 patch, which goes before he turns into the monster Ontaria, which I said before, Ontaria and Ravis are totally different characters. Ontaria just uses Ravis's body and his fighting style. That's all there is. But Ontaria is totally different. But Ravis is the older brother of Luna Freya, and we already know much of the backstory. If you watch Kingslave, he's mad at King Regis for letting his mom die and leaving him behind, trying to save his son. Of course, later on, he finally realizes, you know what? Maybe that couldn't be helped. Maybe maybe that's the only situation that could have happened because. He started, after Luna Freya died, he started looking into things just for Luna Freya because he really misses Luna Freya. Luna Freya was the only best friend to Ravis. Versteal, yes, was a partner to Ravis, and Versteal knew Ravis's feelings. As when Idola suggests that Ravis goes kill Luna Freya, Versteal's like, nope, dude, our brother's right there. What the fuck are you doing? Do better than take her alive. What are you doing, Idolas? What are you doing? Stop that. Your brother's here. Because, he saw Ravis's expression. Because Ravis is not as cold-hearted as you really think. Ravis is just a misconstrued character. I think really what it is he misunderstood things. But I think when his only friend, Luna Freya, dies, because that was the only friend he ever had. Because Versteal wasn't considered a friend. He was only a partner that worked with him. He did work with RNA a little bit, as we could see in the Tenebrae Arc comic book that Square Enix released. At least it's only one page panel. You can actually go check that out too for me to review that. I'm going to start reviewing also Final Fantasy comics made by Square Enix because, well, why not? It's something new. The fan base has not jumped on this bandwagon right away. So I'm going to start doing it. But nonetheless, yes. So he's worked with RNA way in the past when he first started. And this is the General Glocka era. So with that, let's see. So pretty much, and he worked with Versteal, but the only friend he had was Luna Freya. So he changed his whole mind after Luna Freya died. In fact, he turned his back on the Nifelhime Empire and announced that Noctis is his king. And forgave Noctis and Regis for what happened those years ago. So his grudge is over. Now, let's talk about Loki and Corgi. Corgi, obviously not. He don't have family. Maybe if he does, but they're probably either in the Nifelhime Empire and got affected by the Star Scourge, or they're outside there and they're, maybe they're a spy. I don't know what's going on. There's not much about Corgi, except for the time you capture him, then he flees. Now Loki could be either the son of Kor who betrayed Kor, or maybe he was one of Kor's students and betrayed Kor because Kor failed him because he has a grudge against Kor. We don't know yet, but from what I see, or it could be the same thing with Ravis. You know, Kor probably allowed Loki's mother and father to perish, and then he joined the Nifelhime Empire just to get back in revenge. So that's all we know about Loki. So, you know, and Korgi, there's not very much to know about them. Now let's talk about Idolus Aldercap. It could be possible that our Idolus Aldercap a long time ago could have a family. Remember, he's a king too. And kings do at least have one or two families, even if they're bastard children. More likely to be bastard children because something happened to make Miss Aldercap to leave Idolus. Then Idolus got mad and went and hunted her and killed her. That's why Idolus is cold. That's why I compare Idolus Aldercap to Arden. Because they both have the same kind of mindset. They're both fucked up. You know, they're both fucked up. You know, now Idolus is lesser evil than Arden because all what Idolus wants is just absolution. But maybe that's what drove Miss Aldercap to leave him and to take the children. But if anything, either the children has died or maybe they got affected by the Star Scourge. We don't know what happened to Idolus's family. We could concur, or he could have set a hit out on them and killed them all because the wife disagreed with Idolus's ambition because he's extremely greedy. So that's all we got for the Nifelhime Empire's family because I'm going overboard. So may the crystal be with you. Subscribe, hit that like button. I'm also doing some more stuff too.